I don't know. TikTok is taking its time this morning. Good morning, Caress. How's everybody doing today? Hi, Becky. Oof, Tiff, you're up early. Good morning, Beth. Hi, Suzette. Good morning. Yeah, still waking up. Cleaning. Hi, Andrew. Good morning. Ooh, hello, Rosa. All right, so here we are. Hi, Becky. We got two Beckys on here this morning. Um, I know it's a holiday for some of us, so let me see here. Good morning, Rachel. Hi, Kate. All right, so if you're new for Coffee and Magic this morning, welcome. Here's what we do here. I pull 3 pulls from this deck for the collective, and I'm going to give you 3 things that you're feeling this morning, and then that will correspond with your message for this morning to get it. So I don't answer questions, specific questions, but if you need something that you want some answers on or some clarification on today, just kind of hold that energy in your vibe and think about it and see what happens, right? Take what works, leave what doesn't. Here's something that I did this weekend. I watched the Jennifer Lopez movie. This Is Me Now. And the reason I watched it was because like TikTok kept showing that clip of all of the astrological signs meeting together, and I was like, "What is this? I need to see this." And unfortunately, the Jennifer Lopez movie was not um, all about that, but that part was pretty funny. But it was. Have any of you seen it? Because I'm at a loss with 2024 as to like what is going on. what what is this? Oh, craziness. Total craziness. Total craziness. People are just commenting their names. It's so weird. Oh, we also binged Love is Blind this weekend. I can't wait for Wednesday. That is the kind of hot mess that I like to tune out with. Good morning, Cindy. Yeah, I think it's not I don't want to say it's worth a watch, but it's so bizarre. And then like she's making a documentary about it. Just like people have to know. People have to know, like, they're wondering, like, why? Why did I get married 4 times? What is she doing? I'm like, Jennifer, they're not. Like, they're not wondering that. It's just, And there's some song at the end when the credits are playing where she talks about like how like climb on top of me, slip inside me, and I was like, oh, so bad, so bad, so bad. But Love Is Blind was pretty amazing. um, you know, just I guess we have to just pick our train wrecks that we're following these days, right? Just to keep it balanced because the world is quite clearly ending. We just have to laugh about it. So anyway, enough with that. Let's get to the cards. I'm going to give you three things. You pick which one feels most aligned with you this morning. If you feel like donating a cup of coffee to my cause, you can find links in my Instagram and my TikTok bio to send a donation. And just a reminder to everybody, the Normalized Magic workshop doors close on Wednesday at midnight. So sign up, re-sign up. I will be sending another email with a reminder later on today that you can do that. The workshop will officially start on the 27th, I think. Next, not this week, but next week. So that's all the stuff that is happening right now. The three things I'm going to give you are, honestly, I feel like no, wait, are we? Um, we're going to do types of water this morning. Okay? Types of water this morning. Gabriella, because I miss you. Wait, did I miss something? Gabriella. I don't know. Okay. Good morning, Chris. All right, here are your three waters: ocean, pond, and river. Ocean, pond, and river. Hi, Christine. Ocean, pond, and river. That's right. Tomorrow's a day because one of my favorite people's birthdays, right, Cindy? You're really winning me over to Pisces. Just kidding. No. We love everybody. Everybody's there to get it well seasoned. Ocean, pond, and river. Pick your water. Ooh, that was my tummy. Did you hear that? Ocean, pond, and river. Those are your three waters. And I'm shuffling. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Martha. Ocean, pond, and river. Drop your selection in the comments. And I am shuffling. Tell me when you're ready for ocean. Well, I got to see Renee yesterday, and that was really lovely. I went over to Note for brunch. Are you ready? My ocean people, you have ocean, pond, and river. Ocean, pond, and river. All right. Okay. Well, here we go. This is your ocean. You have, are you ready for this? You have the Queen, Lady of the Lake, and the Frog. So I don't know if you were here on Friday, but everyone got kind of a talking to due to the fact that you needed it. And so now I'm wondering, did you listen to your talking to on Friday? Because the cards are going to let us know in just a second. Okay, so we'll see. So we've got Lady of the Lake, the Frog, and the Queen for our ocean friends. So Lady of the Lake, we're going to start with this because this is a boundaries card, and it's a very powerful boundaries card. This isn't small boundaries. This is like the biggest. This is you saying, if you don't have the right vibes, you don't get to be here. You can't be here is basically what it is. And having these two feminine energies here is really interesting because you have the very powerful, strong, you shall not cross feminine energy. And you also have the sitting and receiving feminine energy. This came up the other day, and I want to bring this to your attention again. You're sitting on your throne and you're allowing it to come to you. You don't chase anything. Queen energy doesn't chase. She is available to move in any direction she needs to, but she doesn't chase anything. She's sitting and it comes to her. So you have an action and also a receiving energy. But what is the action? The action is still not chasing anything or going after anything. It's keeping stuff out. So keep that in mind as you navigate this week. What do you need to like keep out of your energetic field? Because the other thing coming up for this week is a very interesting Virgo vibe, which is the frog. Purging, clearing out the closets, reorganizing the energy flow of your home, of your clothes, of all that stuff. You might have some emotional baggage or emotional clutter that has um, made its way to the surface due to ongoing um, learning and healing that's happening in your life right now, right? So take this week to clear out the stuff that's come up, to reset your space, right? And to reset your boundaries and put yourself back on your throne. Okay. Ocean, pond, and river. And this is ocean. Okay. So that was your ocean. I've definitely been doing that lately, just like creating different spaces and like clearing out spaces and making it feel good to me now, even just moving a couch around here or there. But for some of us, this is more of an emotional clearing too, because a lot is happening. Remember, there was a lot of movement energy last week. There was a lot of movement energy on Friday that came through that things are just shifting and it can be a little chaotic. And when things shift, when you move, there's stuff to clean up, there's debris. So it's that kind of a vibe this week for ocean. Okay, the next one we have is pond and then river. So if you're just joining us and you missed ocean, maybe you're pond or river. But if you would like to hear ocean again, you can always watch the replay once I finish on my Instagram or YouTube. All right, so here we go. Shuffling, shuffling. Thank you, Suzette. I have your pond here, so tell me when you're ready. Your choices again, pond and river. You missed ocean if you're just joining us. Good morning, Renee. So this is going to be your pond. Hi, Claudia. Why did you choose this? Don't tell me. Okay. So this is going to be your pond. Letting go, butterfly, and burden. My question is, what did you choose? Like my pond people, what did you choose on Friday? I'm curious to know if this echoes. So um burden and letting go. Um so that kind of just it tells itself its story pretty easily, but I'm going to go ahead and translate for you. Still, you are holding on to something, right? But let's look at it as not a holding on action because the dynamic feels a little different right now. When we think of letting go, we do think of holding on. And think about it like, look, I'm holding on to this bottle. Do you see? I'm holding it. Now imagine this bottle is massive and it's on top of me and it's pushing me down. That's the different energy here. This is not necessarily that you're holding on to it, but it's on you and it's making you feel heavy. And that's the burden. And I think there may have been a misunderstanding within yourself of what it is this heaviness is, and that are you holding on to it, are you not holding on to it, how do I release this pressure, this heaviness? And it's going to be interesting to see how you navigate it, because whatever this it is, it feels like it was once comforting, and I think that's confusing. Um, this feels like a very specific for somebody, so maybe whoever is listening who feels it's specific, you can let me know, but that does happen sometimes here. Um, am I jammed on Instagram? Because it looks weird to me. Anyway, so whatever this was once comforting, and it felt like almost like a weighted blanket, right? Like that, like, oh, I'm secure. I feel secure in this. And I think what you need to know is that what you learn about this now doesn't change how it worked for you in the past. Do you see what I mean? Like, just because now the heaviness feels like it's choking you and oppressing you doesn't mean it wasn't comforting at one time. And can you honor the fact that what was once comforting is now oppressive? That, I think, has been the issue for you, because your brain is telling you this is not oppressive. This is loving and comforting and nurturing. And you're still trying to find that energy in it, but you've healed to a point where that kind of suffocating energy no longer feels safe. And it's just a realization of that growth and healing for yourself that needs to happen so you can step out of it and not feel so bad about it, right? It's natural to grow and change, and things evolve, and this is an evolution too. So we don't want to do that thing where we're like, oh, how can I be so stupid, or like it must not have never been good if it's this now. It's like, no, 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 don't just take a wrecking ball to your whole life. Things have shifted and changed because you have grown. And now what was once comforting is a burden, and it's time to let that go. And how do you let go of it? It's not a clutch, it's a stepping away. Once you figure that out, you have this card here, which, I mean, look at the difference in the color tones. Do you see that? We've got heavier earthy colors, and then it opens up into this blue sky. So the shift for you is going to be immediate. You're not going to have to wait to feel better once you step out of it. It'll be immediate. Okay. So that is your pond. And the last one is going to be river. Good morning, Valerie. All right. I'm shuffling for our last pull of this Monday. It is going to be river. As a reminder, you can send me a little donation if you feel so inclined by going to the link on my Instagram or my TikTok profile. You can also visit my website, sarahmala.com. And if you are interested in learning more about the Normalized Magic workshop, you can send me a DM or an email. We are enrolling now, and it closes on Wednesday at midnight. Tell me when you're ready. Okay, so this is going to be river. Look who's back. Today we have our three B's. We've got butterfly, burden, and the bee. You saw me, I did shuffle. This burden card is a little bit different than the other one. This is a different message, actually. So you just sit tight. Here we go. So bee, butterfly, burden. Three B's. This is a funny one. I think, and I'm saying this with like a, you know, why are we like this kind of vibe because you asked for a lot of things and you've spent so much time and effort in the process of manifestation and dreaming things up and hoping and wishing and all the things, right? And I think there was a part of you that didn't fully believe that any of those things would ever happen. And now they're starting to happen, and you are feeling a little weird about it, aren't you? Getting a little spicy armpits, and just feeling like, uh oh, why is everything changing? Well, it's changing because that's what you've been asking for years. And I think I don't know why we do this, but it's like we ask for all this change and somehow we think it's going to arrive in like pre-packaged little boxes that we can just open when it's the right time, like fit it right in, you know what I mean? But that's like not ever how that's going to happen, especially with the way the energy is now. So um, you ask for whatever it is, and it's happening. And if you didn't clear out and make space like we've been talking about every Monday and Friday all last year. If you didn't do it, it's coming through anyway. And it can make you feel a little bit intense. Isn't it interesting that we spend so much of our time wishing our lives were not exactly as they were? And then when something comes along that can change it, we feel it's a burden and we almost like want to hit decline, right? Being honest with yourself about this is going to be the best way to navigate it, and laughing at yourself as well, and changing your mind if you need to. Maybe what you asked for isn't what you want now, and you need to make that revision. You can always revise orders, even after they've arrived. That's kind of how it is. This is not DoorDash, right? So if things have changed for you and what you want is not what you used to want, please update your system to reflect what it is you truly want and be very honest with yourself. We don't have a lot of lag time between things we speak and feel and then seeing them in the actual world around us. And at this point, we really need to speak only things that we truly want to see and engage with because they are happening, right? And we were talking this morning about like how it's so overwhelming right now in the world because there's so much ugliness happening all at once. And it can feel like, well, what can I do? Like, what can I do to help that? And the answer in the past has always been to focus on others and not self. And I think if you look at historically how that has gone, it's not gone well, right? The people who want to help are told to help outside of self because that's where the help is needed. But the truth is, if all of us took care of ourselves and our small communities, if we actually took care of our friends and our family and ourselves, if everyone did that, it would make a huge difference in the collective, right? So maybe when you start to feel overwhelmed, you remember that it does matter that your life is aligned with your energy. It does matter. Walking around with dissonant energy is not helping somebody who is in distress. Do you see what I mean? These things matter. Your vibes matter. So if you've been asking for things and then they come and you're like, I don't deserve this, or terrible things are happening in the world, so why should I even want this? You're using the energy very inefficiently and honestly without respect. So if you've asked for something and it comes, show some respect to that process because it's a big thing and you did that, right? Don't just smack it in the face and be like, "Oh, move along." If you ask for it and it arrives, we need to show some respect to that process. So even if things have changed, we say thank you, we have gratitude, and have gratitude to yourself for having figured out how to work with the energy in such a tangible way, right? Like that's pretty amazing. And so just to kind of get back to the three B's, because I went off on a little bit of a tangent. For my river people, you asked and it has come. Maybe what feels heavy right now is the reverse of the other message. Maybe the heaviness that you're perceiving is comfort and the warm blanket now. Maybe you can let yourself be comforted. Maybe you can let yourself enjoy this. Maybe you can let yourself have it because you asked for it. Okay. And allowing yourself to do that only makes it sweeter. All right. So that is your coffee and magic for this morning. Um, the energy's wild. And I will tell you, like, I am feeling really different myself too. You may have noticed I haven't done really any energy updates lately. And I think it's because I just don't feel it right now. And I'm trying to trust that for me too, because things are really changing a lot for me. And I'm just allowing that to happen. But it is a little, I don't want to say concerning. It's just different. It's different when things change. So I get that. I get how scary and weird and wonky it is when you truly start to change how you fundamentally interact with the energy around you and it's different than before. But something that I have been doing that I invite you to do as well is to really, as much as you notice what is wrong in the world, can you also notice what is right? Can you also notice what feels good? Can you also find the beauty in the connections that you have created with other people? Can you find the beauty around you? Can you create beauty in your home that then reflects back at you? These things matter. And if you are so privileged as to have the ability to create some beauty around you, please do it. Not using the privilege of that doesn't give it to somebody else. Do you see what I mean? Like, and that is something I think I need to be reminded of all the time, and maybe you do too. But we're creating right now. We are creators, and it's an up and down process, obviously. But I'm feeling very much that um, for so many of us, this is the year that things finally go right. And it's so strange, right? It's so strange. Everything's so strange. But if that is happening for you, if you things are finally clicking into place in your life and you get confused sometimes because you're like, how can I be so happy when at the same time so many horrible things are happening? Just remember, just remember we have been talking about this, and the flip has happened. Okay. The flip has happened, which means that all of us weirdos are finally going to start making sense. And that is what is happening now. And everything you're doing to make yourself feel stable and solid and good and healthy is going to help you help others that are going to need you further on down the line. So it's not selfish. This is part of the process of it. And we're going to just kind of keep each other accountable with that, right? And keep having these conversations because the conversation will change. But this is what it feels like today. You know what I mean? So it's been a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a lot. We're seeing all the things. And I think most of us now are very aware that we are living in the dystopia that we used to read books about, right? So brush up on your Hunger Games, and I will see you on Friday at 10 a.m. for some more coffee and magic. I'm sending you all lots of love. I hope you enjoy your day. I know a lot of you aren't working today, right? Because it's some weird holiday yet again. But enjoy it. I love you. Thank you for being here. I will see you on Friday. All right. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye, YouTube. And goodbye, TikTok.